Good morning and win today, tomorrow, and forever. Thank you so much. I'm Timothy Profitable and this is Blevoy. Welcome and welcome. Now, there is one very interesting thing I've seen out, and I know you have also come across it. Prophet Chris, I'll call him Prophet Chris, though he calls himself Brother Chris. I know he's in the Prophet Chris level of the others also. Prophet Chris has announced he's getting married. He's getting married. And what makes me get interested in this other area is he has actually come out clearly by himself to make a declaration, and he did a long introduction and whistleblowing on this one.
Grace and peace to you in Jesus' mighty name. People of God, today's edition of Faith is Natural is a unique one. It's a special one. Because today I'm not only going to share a word of encouragement with you, I also have some news, some wonderful news to share with you all to the glory of God. Yes, by divine design, I am getting married. Thank you, Jesus Christ. I'm getting married.
Now, this is what makes me very much eager to do this episode, is the language he used, starting from the body language and expression. The language itself, the oral language he used to express and give a very, very good determination. I know faith and declaration is very good. And there is a saying in our nation, in our country, back in our country, that says, that goes out to talk to people, that if an old man sits down under a tree and a young man climbs on top of a tree, there is a very high chance this old man seated down under the tree can still see far better than a young man who has climbed on top of a tree. Whether he's seeing everything, he may not understand what he's seeing. Now, the exact scenario comes in playing. I know this man of God here from God may be in a different dimension, but when it comes to this issue, the way I saw him express it, I see a very big difference in the expression and related to the real life experience. When he's talking about his getting married, he's giving description of the woman, and he's giving description and expression of how life and love is beautiful at its own time. Well, I don't think Prophet Chris have quite indulged into love is now announcing. So how beautiful it is, possibly he still doesn't know, because it's a challenge. You have to walk the walk first. Yeah, you have to walk through the walk first and make sure the experience and the speech looks the same. But I see he's overexcited in the expression he's giving to us. And I will not roll many videos, because I've realized when I roll people's videos and I talk about them at the same time, they want to talk to YouTube to bring down the videos. Even though we have full right to use any video, fair play. We have full right to use these videos fair play at every cost. If it were not that, I think our channel would have been taken down by now. It would have been taken down by now. But then I realize he is overexcited, overreactional to the matter, and especially how he's coming up with this. There are some things it's not him who should start telling us. He should have had some third-party person expressing, or they would have in this announcement, he would have somebody around with him to give him a backup. When he says a little, the man adds the volume. He's saying small thing, the man adds more volume of it. But then it's a very, because I realize also some words I think it was not intentional. He was trying to talk about some words in this video, how God spoke to him, confirmed by the prophet, and expression of how they could serve, and etc. And to sometimes you can see is an expression of trying to speak something different from what he's speaking. It's like, I'm now showing you we are still together and we are still together, and this is how we are continuing. We are from there, and Prophet TB Joshua blessed us. It's very well fine with that. But then that does not really quite bring in. He is talking about the confirmation of how God has stationed. We have seen many marriages that start with excitement, but then realities come in. Realities come in. And it doesn't matter. Marriage does not really matter whether you are a man of God or not. I'm talking to you from my personal life experience and the ones I've seen, even in church as ministers. I can tell you, it is a big issue to deal with marriage when in fact you are called. And then you see, sometimes people get tired on the way in the ministry of calling. When marriage gets to a certain level, there is also a punch of a certain level within the association. It doesn't matter. Many marriages you see sometimes reaches a place where they have to relate to all these things that needs to stand for time. Time is a big issue when it comes to issues of marriages. So I would advise Prophet Chris to slow down in mentioning this excitement kind of marriage issues. In fact, sometimes he realized he's making comparison. He's even making comparison between his engagement to other engagements, of which is a wrong thing. I know it's not intentional, but it's the excitement he had. So he would be speaking a lot about that and talking about so many things. Challenges come in different relationships, not just relationship for marriage, in even other relationships. Challenges come. So Prophet Chris, I would advise you just to slow down and in this matter of marriage. Do it quietly. That's my advice. Do it quietly, because social media is a very funny place, because they will keep this video for you. And after a while, when you start messing something different, kidogo to just a small way, they will bring back the video and show you this is how you spoke the first time. So slow down and take this as an advice I'm giving you. I'm giving you as an advice. So slow down. In this place you are now entering, it doesn't need a lot of verbal. It is a lot of practical life experience, whether in ministry or in secular atmospheres. You will need a lot to adjust. I repeat there, take note of this. You will need a lot to adjust. For you to be effective in marriage and be effective in ministry, there are a lot of things you will adjust. Not just now. And I know some bloggers are listening to me, and I know you pick this one and start talking about it. I will tell you, even so many other bloggers that I'm talking about, and they are listening, most of them are not even married. They don't even understand. They will not tell you this. But me, God has positioned me into a way that I can advise you to stay quiet, stay calm about this marriage. Because I heard you also mention things like this one is not age related. Because that means there are some other people you saw got married because of age. And as much as this is concerned, age is also a factor in marriage, and it's also a big one factor. Yeah. Some people can hurry to marry because their age is going. It's a practical thing, and it's a dilemma in so many other places. And some people also can marry young, and we can predict their marriages will not take long because of the immaturity. And the body language you see, the language people use, and the actions they take can tell you how long. If you stay beside the road and two drivers pass driving different vehicles, or even the same model of the vehicle, and one passes at 150 kilometers per hour, and you know in the next 1 kilometer, there is a very sharp bend to the right. Another one passes through at 50 kilometers per hour. You can easily predict that this at 150 kilometers per hour may not make a turn around that corner successfully. you can predict that. You don't need to be a prophet to predict that. You don't need to be a prophet to predict that. Slow down, slow down. Timothy Profitable, and this is Blevoy. We handle your spirituality, economic, and social matters. See you in the next episode.